better. It made it worse.
All right. And this is at the facility in Henderson, Texas?
Yes, ma'am. He will swear, he will tell you that on the oath.
Oh, no, I'm going to make sure that the facility at Henderson, Texas, that we do, that a spot check is done so I can figure out what's going there, because the last thing I want is someone who's trying to get treatment and wants treatment to be sent to a facility where it's difficult to receive that.
And that's why I wanted to address you, because I knew you'd be interested.
Raise your right hand for me. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name.
Mark Lewis.
All right, so tell me what is going on at the Henderson facility.
Whenever I was here in this courtroom on January 13th, I signed for the 10 years probation. You gave me the choice to go receive help or go to TDC, so I chose the help. And whenever I was finally transported to Henderson, Texas, I threw myself into the program and I started learning about thinking errors. I started learning all the aspects I needed to learn for my first track, which was cognitive. And I had a very successful 45-day call. But during that time, I made the decision to step away from the gang affiliation that I was affiliated with. Made it known that they were doing fight nights. There were people over there still smoking K2.
Fight nights?
Yeah, it was disrupted. The counselors would come in and they would read from a piece of paper for an hour and they would leave until the next day. And it was back to the same stuff. And I made it known that I didn't want no part anymore. I was trying to get back to my daughter. I let everybody know, like, I was back in my Bible. I was trying to get myself right. A lot of people took that offensive, and they threatened me, and they were trying to jump me. And the thing
really hits deep. Mark isn't just talking about sobriety. He's laying out the harsh truth of trying to change in an environment where people actively push back. He made the choice to walk away from gang life, but instead of support, he was met with threats. That shows just how broken some rehab settings can be. Imagine wanting to turn your life around, only to be punished by the very people who should be lifting you up.
Going on, and they pulled me out of the dorm that I was in, and they placed me in a single man cell in restrictive housing. And when they came, they were like, they wanted to send me back to that environment, and I wasn't trying to go back to that environment because of the threat. And they said that by refusing that environment, I was refusing the program, and I knew that I would have to come back here and address you.
Appreciate that. So what I'll do then is I'll deny the motion, and I'm going to alter and amend conditions to include lifetime recovery, the inpatient, and you'll be transferred from the jail to lifetime recovery.
Yes.
Is there anything else? You can go off the record. See what I mean about communication being key? If I don't know this is going on, then, but thank you so much for letting me know.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You didn't get any more tattoos.
Here's why this judge stands apart. Instead of simply sending Mark back to prison, she adjusts his probation terms so he can enter a safer program. That's accountability blended with compassion. Understanding the difference between someone failing and someone trapped in a toxic environment. Not every judge takes that extra step, but when they do, it can literally save lives.
No, thankfully not.
Okay.
Thankfully not.
And he's not from Indiana.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Your Honor.
Thank you for letting me know. Are you proceeding on count one, waiving count two?
Yes, Judge.
Any objection?
No objection.
All right, Mr. Sear, I'm showing you what's entitled Court's Admonishments and Defendant's Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it in all the appropriate places? Do you understand you're charged with possession with intent to deliver a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 4 grams to 200 grams? That's a first-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 5 to 99 years or life in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
There's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
No, Your Honor. He is going to work once out there. He says that he looking to get this all behind him, and he is asking for intensive outpatient treatment if possible, because he works so many hours. I know that the TAP will show that up, Your Honor. I just wanted to add.
So what do you do other than have cocaine and meth?
I do framing and construction cleaning,
Mhm.
and I have a business, clothing business that I'm trying to get off the ground,
Mhm.
and
And you're just doing drugs on the side part-time?
no, just being foolish, Your Honor.
How old are you? I mean, how many years are we going to take this foolishness with us?
That's just and everything happens for a reason, and being here incarcerated, you know, I've never really read the Bible and stuff like that. And I found that light in me, you know, and I wake up more happy and everything now, you know, I'm ready to just take my life, you know, serious.
Yeah, what's your favorite verse in the Bible?
See a different struggle. A 31-year-old father of three, running a small business. Yet here he is, facing a first-degree felony. When he admits his mistakes, you can hear humility, but also desperation. He's exhausted from living recklessly. That's the heartbreaking part. People trying to balance family and everyday responsibilities while still getting pulled into the grip of drug culture.
Oh, okay. Yeah, what verse is that?
It's Matthew.
What verse is that?
That's Psalms 23.
No problem.
It's my first time like really getting into it, you know.
Oh, no. I'm happy. Sometimes, you know, people will always say that people find Jesus at the jail.
Yeah.
Sometimes they do. Sometimes.
Humble, but honestly, it feels raw and real. This man isn't pretending to be a preacher or a scholar. He's reaching for faith in the only way he knows how. And sometimes that small spark is exactly what sparks genuine change.
Emily Colleen.
What were you doing with Samantha then?
That's
So you and Samantha Servin were out with
no,
drugs.
I wasn't out.
I'm sorry, what?
I wasn't out.
He's saying that he was not present with anybody at the time of the arrest.
No, you were in the vehicle. What is he talking about?
That is his cousin that is mentioned in there.
All right. Is something wrong with him?
No, Your Honor. I believe that that's the only aspect that he sort of maintained was not accurate on the report. But he says everything else is accurate.
So you were not in the vehicle?
I was in a vehicle, but there's nobody with me.
Oh, so you're saying Samantha wasn't in the car with? No, they have S1.
And comes the slip in credibility. The second defendant claims he was with his cousin, yet the report says otherwise. In that instant, the judge pushes back hard, reminding us that in court, words alone don't carry weight. Truth and consistency do. Declarations of faith mean nothing if they don't line up with the facts.
A PSI report on this. Ms. Ferguson, when can we come back? I need a TAP evaluation.
And I know it's a little unorthodox to ask, but would the defendant be eligible for a PR bond under the circumstances that he's already pled?
No, we'll see about a TAP evaluation, and maybe we can get the TAP evaluation done quickly. Will it take long to have a? Okay. Oh, thank you. So, Ms. Ferguson, can we recall this back in 2 weeks? And I'm just asking for a TAP evaluation so I can get an idea of what's going on. All right. So we're going to be back on July 17th. Mr. Sierra, you need to be very honest with what you tell them in the TAP evaluation, because there's something going
Where the reality check lands. The judge demands deeper valuations, not shallow answers. In a courtroom, honesty is your currency. If you lie, it will eventually destroy your case. But if you tell the truth, you might actually get a chance at redemption.
So make sure you're honest with them, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
All right,
ma'am.
thank you. All right, thank you. But no, here's my Con Air moment. Because people are like, what's the Con Air moment? What happened? So I'm leaving for my flight to come back to San Antonio. And I'm standing in line with my bags, trying to do my check bags. And there is. And so the first guy, there are two people behind him. So then they call for the next person. I'm like, they're skipping over these other two guys. And they didn't seem like they were together. So I said, excuse me, sir, are you next? Oh, no, we're fine. Then I take a look at the guy in the center. The guy in the center is wearing the equivalent of jailhouse flip-flops with socks, shorts that are below his knee. And a jacket, as though he was This is Con Air. So then I am listening with my bad ear to see what's going on because I need to be on high alert. And I hear the guy say, "Yeah, do you have any paperwork for your prisoner? And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm about to have a Con Air moment. So I called my mom. And I said, I'm texting my brother with my mom in it. And I said, we're about to do Con Air. And my mom doesn't know how to do text. She doesn't read it, but my brother said, we won't tell mom. But does anybody have a bunny rabbit? So of course, they went with me to Houston. But then he got off. So there we go.
Nothing bad happened.
Nothing bad happened. Nothing bad happened. Well, at least not on my flight.
Subscribe to help the channel.
Finally, the session closes with an unexpected touch. After all the heavy talk about drugs, gangs, and faith, the judge lightens the mood with a funny travel story. It's a reminder that even judges are human. They carry their own experiences while balancing justice, empathy, and the serious weight of the court.